They say carrying a balance helps your credit score. That's false. Carrying debts unnecessarily only makes you pay more in interest.
Welcome to the FAM Podcast, a podcast about finance and mental health, teaching you good monetary habits to increase your income and improving your relationship with money, all while helping you with your mental well-being. And now here's your host, Braimoh.
Hey everyone, Braimoh here. Welcome back to the FAM Podcast, a platform where we talk about everything financial literacy, personal finance, and mental well-being. On this platform, we have transparent and sincere conversation about money and how it affects us and our total well-being. Today, I'll be talking about a very important topic, whether you just arrived in the UK as a newcomer or you're starting your journey as a student. There's one thing that will impact your financial life here in the UK: credit card. Credit cards can be both empowering and intimidating. You hear the horror stories of people drowning in debt, but you also hear about how they can help build your credit and make life easier for you. Today, I'm going to show you how you can harness the power of credit cards without falling into the traps. So, look at this picture right now. You are new to the UK. Everything feels exciting and uncertain. You've got to start thinking about your financial future. A friend tells you to get a credit card to build your credit, but someone else warns you about the dangers of getting trapped in debt. How do you make sense of all of this? I'll show you. A few years ago, I was in the same boat. I took out a credit card to build my credit. And guess what? I messed up big time. I didn't know how to use it because I wasn't literate financially. I didn't have the right information and got into debt. But later, with some discipline and learning, it became my most useful financial tool. I learned to use it to my advantage. And today, I'm here to help you do the same. How you can use credit card to your advantage without falling into the traps or putting yourself in debt. Okay? Let's go. Question number 1. What is a credit card? Simple. A credit card is basically a short-term loan. You borrow money up to a certain limit to make purchases or withdraw cash. The catch? You need to pay it back. Unlike a debit card, this money isn't coming from your bank account. It's from the bank or the financial institution that loaned you the money. Here is the key takeaway. If you use it wisely, you can not only borrow money, but also build your credit history, which is crucial for things like renting a flat, getting a mortgage, or even securing a mobile phone contract. It's very important. So, why is it important for newcomers in the system and international students? I'll tell you. As a newcomer or as an international student, you might not have much of UK credit history just yet. But guess what? A credit card can help you build that. Paying your bills on time, keeping a low balance, and using your card responsibly will boost your credit score. And with a good credit score, the doors to financial opportunities open wide for you. From getting the better loan rates to renting a place more easily without asking you for 6 months upfront payments, which is hard as an international student. Here are 5 key credit card tips you can take away from this video today, okay? Number 1, credit checks matter. When you apply for a credit card, you will go through a credit check. As a student or a newcomer, you might have limited history, but don't worry, there are cards specifically for people like you who are just starting to build their credit. Number 2, understand your limits. Your credit limit is how much you are allowed to borrow, okay? But here is a golden rule. Never spend to your limit. Why? Keeping your balance low under 30% of your limit shows lender you are responsible and your credit score will thank you. It shows your lender that you are credit worthy, that you are not depending solely on that credit card to make purchases or payments. Number 3, pay more than the minimum. Paying the minimum balance might seem tempting, but don't fall into the trap. The more you carry over, the more interest you pay or the more interest you'll be charged. Always aim to pay off as much as you can, if not the whole balance each month, to avoid high interest debts. or being charged high interest rates. Number 4, watch out for interest. Some credit cards offer 0 interest for a while, but when that ends, the rates can jump. Don't get caught off guard. Mark the end date of any 0% deals and plan accordingly. Otherwise, they are going to charge you high interest. Number 5, building credit takes time. Here is the motivating part, okay? Building your credit isn't about fast wins. It's about consistency. Using your credit card wisely over time will set you up for a long-term financial success. You are in control of your future. Do not be in a hurry. Don't go spend above your limits. They will see that you can't be trusted and you rely so much on your credit card that you are a high-risk borrower. Before we go any further, if you are finding these tips helpful, be sure to subscribe to the FAM podcast for more financial guidance. And don't forget to share this episode with anyone who's new in the UK or to the UK and needs this information, because we don't want anyone to be experiencing financial hardship. Inflation on its own is already enough. Let's bust a couple of myths right now. Myth number 1, they say carrying a balance helps your credit score. That's false. Carrying debts unnecessarily only makes you pay more in interest. Just paying a pain. Myth number 2, they say multiple credit cards ruin your credit. Again, that's not true. As long as you manage them responsibly, having multiple cards can actually improve your score by increasing your available credits and keeping your utilization low, below 30%. Don't forget that, below 30%. For example, if your limit is 100, just make sure you don't spend more than £30 on that credit card. But when you start spending like £80, £90, like, okay, this person is high risk right now. He or she is depending solely on this credit card. Let's be watchful. Here are types of credit card you should be aware of. As a newcomer in the system, you might not know this information, so I'm happy to share with you free of charge. Again, number 1, credit builder cards. If you are new to the UK or have low credit score, start here with this card. These cards have lower limits but can help you establish a solid credit history and give you a stable foundation to build your credit history and have a better credit score. Number 2, 0% spending card. These cards offer 0% interest on purchase for a period of time. This card is great for making big purchases and paying them off before the interest kicks in. Be very careful. If you are not too sure about this kind of card, please avoid it. Number 3, reward and cashback cards. If you love getting something back for your spending, this card gives you cashback or points on everyday purchases. But remember, only get one if you are sure you can pay off the balance in full each month. Otherwise, again guys, they are going to hit you with high interest. You don't want that. I know they appear to be free money, but the money isn't coming from your bank account, it's coming from the bank or the institution that loaned you the money. Which credit card is best for you? Here is the truth. The best card for you is the one that aligns with your goals. I repeat, the best card for you is the one that aligns with your goals. Are you looking to build a credit? Go for credit building card. Want to make large purchases and pay it off over time? Try 0% spending card, like a travel or any reward. A reward card can be right for you. The key information here is understanding how the credit card works and what is aligning with your goal personally. Don't go take up cards that you cannot manage, you cannot handle. You might just end up in hot waters. I don't wish you that. If you are finding this breakdown useful, don't forget, subscribe and share this episode with anyone who's in a similar situation. There is much more we'll be diving into in future regarding this topic on credit card. We're just getting started because I receive a lot of emails and inbox. Hey, Braimoh, talk about credit card. And people have asked me that. So we are starting with that today. So here is my final message to you. Credit card can either be a bridge to financial freedom or a trap, but the power is in your hands. By understanding how the work, being disciplined with your spending, and paying off your balance on time, you can turn your credit card into a valuable financial tool. You're not just surviving in this new environment, you are thriving. Every financial decision you make now builds your foundation for the future. If this episode resonated with you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and share this with friends, family, or anyone who's new to the UK and could benefit from this advice. Let's spread financial empowerment together, and thanks for tuning into the Farm Podcast, and stay financially savvy and take care of your mental well-being. Remember, personal finance is personal and your mental well-being is priceless. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the FAM Podcast. We hope you learned something valuable today. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. And remember, health is wealth, and wealth is health. We'll see you next time.